Hey there, welcome to Honest Trailer Commentaries, where we were just talking about Guitar Hero because we picked some boring movies for this week. And yet here we are. I'm Spencer J. Gilbert, that's Dan Murrel, that's Joe Starr.
Hello.
And we did something new this time. I forget where the idea came from. Was it before or after we'd actually seen them?
We had an empty week and nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Nothing big is opening this weekend.
Yeah.
Unless we wanted to do an Australia for Sicario, which didn't seem like fun. And we were debating between two movies, neither of which
Getting shot in front of your family.
Yeah.
Shooting someone's family in front of you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Story. Yeah, all right.
We were just like, neither one of these movies really we thought would support an honest trailer. I'd seen both of them and I was like, they're fine and whatever. So I don't know whose idea it was. Was it yours?
Together. I think because it was off of your reaction of like, they're both okay, they're okay. And I said, well, why don't we just lean into that?
Yeah.
And I agree with you after seeing both of them. To be honest, I enjoyed both.
They're fine.
They're fine. These were completely like big Hollywood forgettable movies. Not offensive. Not on a story standpoint, on an expectation standpoint. Like I expected to be entertained, and I was.
You got it.
And nothing of it. It went through me like Taco Bell. Yeah. It was like, oh, I'm enjoying this meat cheese sludge, and out it goes, and it's gone.
I think I reviewed one or both of these movies, and I think probably my advice for both of them was like, I don't know if I can recommend it, but I'm not gonna tell you not to go see it.
Yeah.
So,
and if you don't like it, I blame you, the viewer, because these are the movies you guys request. You want us to do every big movie that comes out, and sometimes there's just, we have to be honest, and there's not much to say about them. So this was our way of getting around having not that much to say.
I tried too, like in the draft phase. I tried to, because my first idea was like, okay, I'll do a draft for both, and then we'll greatest hits. And I think I was able to do like. They're usually, 5-6 pages, like an average honest trailer, and these were about 2.5 each, and I was like, I'm tapped. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah. But surprisingly, and we picked them at random, and yet there's some interesting parallels.
yes, I was very delighted when I read what you guys had come up with on this one. It's like, wow.
Oh,
we unconsciously picked two that actually sort of complement each other, which is interesting.
I guess there's just like... and we have actually mentioned this in the deleted scenes, that there's like a kind of a formula to these things. Yeah. But even the specifics of these two line up.
Almost formulaic, you would say.
One could say they're trying to please everybody and thus no one.
Yes.
Yeah. So, any other broad thoughts about these two, or should we dive in?
Let's just dive in.
Let's just dive in. Let's watch the honest trailer, see what happens.
You enjoyed a few parts of one and some parts of the other. But when two popcorn movies are so aggressively okay, there's only enough to say about them to make one honest trailer.
Oh, you're being serious?
Good clip pull.
Pacific Rim Uprising and Tomb Raider double feature. Don't get mad we double these up. You know you went to see Black Panther instead anyway.
Pause. These were two of the casualties, I think, of the runaway phenomenal success of Black Panther, and that these were two very big blockbusters that sort of got caught in the wake a little bit.
I think Pacific Rim opened above Black Panther.
I think it was the first movie to
and then just dropped off while Black Panther just stayed. It had a little waiver, but it pretty much stayed on top for like 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you probably didn't see it, did you? You're probably seeing this for the first time, aren't you? Do you think we'll ever do this again, the double feature?
Maybe. It's kind of fun, but I think you have to pick the right two.
Yeah.
I think we got
real lucky
in picking two that were able to complement each other the way that we did. Because we've done a version of this in the sense that like we'll do a franchise or a series of films. So I think
but it's like those bargain bin DVDs where it's like two Matthew McConaughey rom-coms for one. Tiptoes and Tiptoes 2.
What? Tiptoes 2?
Tiptoes.
Toe. He's still on his knees.
Yeah.
Tip 2.
Now he's on his waist. He's just flying face down.
He's even smaller.
Now even smaller. Anyways, let's keep watching.
They're instead anyway. Prepare for two perfectly fine, moderately entertaining films that exist for the least exciting reasons. Time Warner's legal department acquired an established IP from Paramount, and Comcast accountants noticed one of their movies overperformed in China.
Instead of the exact reason why there's a Pacific Rim 2.
Oh, are you saying
I
hot?
said hot. Sorry.
Hot.
I didn't say
There's a
pause.
But yeah, we can talk about it. Like the reason, and we're about to make this point, is like these movies aren't. No one approaches them with an idea for this movie. These are movies that they're making, and then they go out and they assign them to writers, or writers pitch on them. Like, all right, so this movie's being made. All right, let's back our way into a story idea.
And Pacific Rim, I was sort of like, I was actually kind of psyched when they said like, oh, it performed well enough in China for there to be a sequel, because at that time, Guillermo del Toro was sort of like, okay, well, I have some ideas, and for a while it's the Pacific Rim Maelstrom, and you know, he was like, okay, I might do it, but then when he dropped out, I was like, and then this was very much Pacific Rim Uprising was what I thought the first one was going to be, and I think it really does show you what Guillermo del Toro can bring to
There's just
the
a certain
style and
weirdness.
There's a weirdness, there's a depth to the sets, and just like literally the way it's lit is better.
Yeah.
Like just technically, it just looks like a real world, and this one looks like a video game.
It does. Well, it looks. It's the CG version of like the old Godzilla movies, just like so brightly lit and just like running around these cityscapes, and it's really just man in suit, but computerized. And it just. I thought what was great about Pacific Rim was the weird style that he gave it, and the just kind of dark.
Yeah, and I feel like Pacific Rim 1, like the camera was like catching this action as it happened, and in this one they're like posing for the camera.
Yeah, here it is.
Like that was how the robots moved. It just seemed kind of artificial, and some of those robot designs are so dumb.
They all
Like, they're
look like,
designed to ruin cities.
They really are.
There's one with a giant ball and chain on its like missing fist that it just swings around and knocks over buildings. Like the fact that we won't get into the practicality of Pacific Rim. That's neither here nor there.
It's a whole other thing.
But you're right, Del Toro, like, to go back to he really elevated that Taco Bell menu.
Yeah.
Because without him, it is just the taco, but he's like, I don't know, what's the best thing Taco Bell has? The volcano menu? He was the volcano menu, and without it, it's just garbage.
Well said, Joe.
Yes.
Keep going.
In China, instead of, someone had a new story to tell or something to say about the world, or, yeah, I know, I sound like my grandpa. I'll just be in the shed. Suit up with two leads working their butts off to make these franchises a thing as they both battle severe daddy issues and Japanese MacGuffins in two films that start with fun opening sequences, descend into by-the-numbers action, and end with a tease for a sequel that'll probably never come.
Tell them next time we're gonna come for them.
I'll take two.
I'm good with one, thanks.
Pause. I actually liked Tomb Raider until she went in the tomb and started raiding it.
Yeah.
I liked everything up until the tomb raiding.
Yeah.
I do think that was like, especially before she even goes on the journey, like the introduction of her as like, I don't know, like a real person. She felt like a real person.
Yeah.
And she got exceedingly less real as the movie went on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start with that opening, that really great opening, like, sparring fight scene where she gets her ass handed to you.
Yeah.
And it really grounds her.
And I think that John Boyega and Alicia Vikander also have in common. I enjoyed their performances.
Yes.
I thought they did well with the material they were given. They're talented actors, but just sort of put into very bland, generic movies.
Yeah. I honestly, I think we say it. Like, I would watch the Lara Croft, like, living a normal life, maybe going on some type of, like, adventure, but it doesn't have to be in a tomb.
Yeah.
I know it's in the title, but...
And they did that dumb thing with the I'll Take Two where they put that in the trailer and it's the last line of the movie, and I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate when they put that in the trailer and it's like, I'll take two credits. I'm like, no, you sold the movie. That's false. That is false advertising.
Oh, because that was in the trailer.
That was in the trailer.
Yeah, that was in
I'll
the real
take two,
trailer.
and it was like, yeah, see, fanboys, he's got the guns, and it's gonna be. But it's like, no, it's the end of this, the last line of the movie.
Very
it's so
Amazing Spider-Man
misleading.
2.
Very
And
Amazing
it's like,
Spider-Man 2.
it's like it's not post-credit, but it's definitely like post-title, the thing's over.
Yeah, yeah, it's like after the. Yeah, you're right, because the
cheat.
credits, and then she goes in and talks to Nick Frost again. Because I remember watching the movie, and I was like, oh, they cut the I'll Take Two scene, and then they go back,
Good.
and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
hoodwinked again.
Keep
Good
going,
with
JT.
one, thanks. Now that Oscar winner Guillermo del Toro, Ron Perlman, and Charlie Hunnam are gone, we're
waiting
left
for
with
Ron Perlman to
Pacific
burst
Rim,
back in.
a reluctant mentor to the next generation. Very reluctant.
About every
Because he was in an after credits scene.
Do that if you're yapping your gums.
Hey, top lip and your bottom lip, they need to meet and become friends.
What record?
Shut up.
When he sent secret information from a dead family member, he'll team up with an assortment of heroic Chinese people
Sending help. Transport inbound.
to
Now,
save
pause,
the world.
by the way. I looked up the box office. I couldn't figure out a way to work this in, but it was like you look at the place where Pacific Rim did the most business, and it was like China, Russia, Mexico, like internationally. And there were new characters. Surprise, surprise. There was a Russian subplot. There's Flores now. It was just, if you go down the line, South Korea, there's a Korean character introduced, like Japan. They know their audience, I guess. But the fact that it matched perfectly.
Perfectly.
Absolutely perfectly.
Perfect match.
Even like screen time sort of descended by
Yes.
by box office rating.
Yeah. But we're going to have to get used to that. It's a bigger and bigger market.
It's a global market, Spencer.
It's a global market, and it does make more sense in your international robot movie. Although Transformers was that too, but then they put like a Chinese ATM in Texas. I don't know.
Exactly. No, they put Chinese people in Pacific Rim movies. They put Chinese products in Transformers movies.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Very different.
Yeah. I don't mind it. It just don't make it so ham-handed and sort of, I don't know.
Yeah,
Pacific Rim didn't bother me. It made a little bit more sense, and particularly why they made that movie, which was because it did so well in China.
Yeah.
But sometimes there are movies that I'm just like, even like Age of Ultron is like, let's go to South Korea. Like,
Oh, they're always going to Korean Marvel movies.
yeah,
I don't know why.
always
because
just wrecking
it's a
Korea.
hugely lucrative box office
Okay.
market for them. Like the Marvel movies do great.
But at this point, in universe, Korea must hate the Marvel superheroes.
Yeah,
They keep
they're
showing
always
up and
messing
just
stuff
flying to
up, yeah.
Korea and wrecking the streets.
Yeah.
All right, are
Go
you Korean?
anywhere else.
How do you feel about superheroes? Let us know in the comments below. All right, keep going.
To save the world in super impractical robot battles that are so insanely destructive, there won't be much of a world left to live in either way.
Your powers dropped building.
Now that Angelina Jolie, Jon Voight, and Jorah Mormont are gone, we're left with Lara Croft Fit, an orphan who gets in over her head. Way over her head.
Could have done a Jackass montage here.
When she sent secret information from a dead family member, she'll team up with an assortment of heroic Chinese people,
我要翻去揾佢，我當你翻去。
then save the world in a super impractical tomb that's so generic. You'll wish they left her as Lara Croft, Grubhub delivery biker. You know, anyone can raid a tomb. Getting Chipotle from Midtown to the Bronx in 20 minutes or less? Oh, that is exciting. But in a
Pause.
two-block
Some New Yorkers that are like, it's impossible.
I'm sure we'll find out the actual logistics of that. We pulled 2 neighborhoods out of our
Which
ass. I
is
hope they're
literally just
roughly
like,
correct.
Maybe we should have said Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
But
It's
New Yorkers aren't going to like give their opinion loudly and forcefully. Like they'll kind
it's the spirit of the
Very, very
comments. I'm sure geographically that's probably Midtown to the Bronx.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The tomb. I don't want to hammer on it too much, but the tomb itself.
It's boring.
It just felt like obligatory. Every room in it felt like, okay, here's the collapsing floor room. Here's the spike room.
Yep. Here's the paint by number room.
Are we out of things to do in tombs?
There's only so many things you can do in a tomb. You can die there, which is not going to happen.
Sure.
Or you can put in a bunch of traps. I think we were out of stuff to do in tombs with the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
I think that was
Yeah.
we finished.
They
up.
cleaned it out.
They cleaned it out. Yeah, I would almost go the Suicide Squad route of just like just break everything, and they do break a lot of stuff too in the tomb.
Oh yeah.
Some poor archaeologists are like, I understand that there was a whole demon plague thing going on,
But
I think
guys-
that was this movie.
Yeah, but like this would completely upend all of Japan's history. That there was like a secret empress who like had a magic plague hand. You'd think that some
Someone
historian
would've
would be curious about this.
The magic plague hand. I forgot.
There'd be a couple of YouTube videos with a crazy guy that's just like, no Emperor's Plague Hand. You don't get it. It's all connected.
Yeah.
Deep
She
web.
was a metaphor.
Well, save it for the second one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they spent, well, I talked about this earlier, that they spent the whole movie distancing itself like this isn't the Lara Croft, Angelina Jolie version. And
Yeah.
then it's like,
Here's my braid. Here's
I'll
my
take this,
guns.
the shortest cargo shorts you have. Anyways, let's keep going.
Get me a shower
But
scene.
no
That
two
makes no
blockbusters
sense.
are exactly alike. Gone is the female objectification
Tombs are
from the
dirty.
first Tomb Raider.
Well, there's your shower
Papa
scene.
There it is,
Sam
yeah.
picks up the slack.
Eyes front, Pentecost.
and one has a villain too drab to be interesting, while the other has a villain too silly to be believed.
I'm ending the world.
Where Uprising
I do love the idea of Charlie Day being an enormous celebrity in China. I hope it's true. Hey, if you're in China, tell us, is Charlie Day one of your biggest celebrities? Because I only know him and love him from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's the insane janitor.
The worst person in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little more innocent, I feel like, than the other ones.
Yeah.
But he does the Charlie work. He hits the rats with the rat stick. Is he a big celebrity there? I hope he is. I hope he's endorsing products. I hope he's on talk shows.
Make that money, Charlie Day.
Make that money.
I was really sad when we realized that he was being controlled by the alien brain. I wanted it to just be he was in an innocent relationship with the alien brain,
and it was like promising him stuff if he would do it.
And he had to get really, and he's really sad when he find out it's true.
Yeah, they should have
intentions.
kept him a dunce the whole time.
Yeah, just a dunce just banging an alien brain.
Yeah,
that's a good reveal. I like that moment.
That was great.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Where Uprising would have been better if it was more grounded in reality, while Tomb Raider would have been better with a little more fun, or 3 big dinosaurs, or something.
There's dinosaurs in the game.
So the next time all the new releases are checked out of
Tigers, all
Redbox,
kinds of cool
or
shit.
you accidentally leave FX on a Sunday
Redbox
afternoon,
bird.
you can't go wrong settling on the movie based on the video game that was trying to look like a movie, or the movie trying as hard as it possibly can to look like a video game. Either way, you're gonna have an okay time. These days, okay will do just fine. Starring, finish him. His third by-the-rules military character in 6 movies.
Pause.
Crash.
That's this movie, Pacific Rim, Fast 8, and Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Scott
Eastwood is.
I forget that he's in these films. I don't know if it's his fault. I think he just takes the very character that has nothing to do. It would be like, come on, guys. In every movie.
Yeah.
Do we all have Scott Eastwood specific face blindness?
I do.
Yeah. I think he's the average of every white face. Every white man's face just blurred together.
Into one
Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, maybe so.
I mean, he's good looking. So every actor just kind of averaged out, all the edges softened.
It's me, the actor. We're here to audition for part.
Yeah.
I am actor, here to play man. Should I say line?
Anyways, keep going.
Harry character in 6 movies. Crash Bandicroft. A waste of a perfectly good Rinko. All vice, no principles. McDaddy.
That was pause. That was a conversation. Where we recognized Walton Goggins from.
Yeah.
Because Spencer, yours was Vice Principals,
Right.
and Joe and I, even though I've never seen Justified, I know him as the guy from Justified. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of him as the hilarious guy going against Danny McBride, but I guess he's in other things. I've seen him in The Hateful Eight. He's great in that.
Hateful Eight.
Watch Vice Principals.
And I hear Justified's great. I guess he's good in everything.
Yeah, it's
Goggins
second
is
movie
good.
this year though to waste him. Maze Runner, The Death Cure.
Oh, he was in a Maze Runner?
wasted him.
Oh no.
He got wasted in the Scotch.
And a good on a Scotch. He didn't last a minute in the Scotch.
Did he last in the Scotch?
He did not last in the Scotch. And like a great grotesque makeup job, and then they just gave him a character that was just like so nothing. I'm sure in the books he was obviously important. So like wasted in Maze Runner, and I thought again he didn't do anything wrong in the movie. It was like let's get a great actor and make him play bad man.
Yeah, he
Say
was just
bad line.
He didn't want to be there. He just wanted to get it done so we could go home. And like, I know in one sense that did make him like sympathetic, but in the other sense, he's just like, he's just over it. Like, your villain is over it the whole time.
It's also I realized after finishing the plot is the first season of Arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Dead father gets you lost on island where there is a thing, and there's a bunch of bad guys already on an escapable island that would like to leave but can't until they find the thing, and then you shoot them with a bow and arrow. Yeah.
Did they do the scene in Tomb Raider? I've already forgotten where she walks into the building and she's like, "I'd like to see so and so," and they're like, "You can't see so and so," and what's
like,
your name? And she's like, "Croft," and then the person goes, "Oh." It's the same scene they did in Iron Fist and they did in What's the other one that was also like Iron Fist, where they walk into, it's like I am.
Well, Bruce Wayne did it.
Bruce Wayne did it. She did it. There's another one where they walk into the
We
corporation.
should do that supercut.
Yeah.
They're like, I am Mr.
My name's
Corporate.
on the building.
My name's on. It's on the building.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the music just chicka chicka bow bow like
Yeah.
immediately kicks in, and they look at the camera and wink.
Yep.
Yeah.
Better times. Keep going.
No Principals, McDaddy,
It's McNulty.
Master Chieflets, Tiny Stark, and Burn Gorman. That sounds like a parody name, but nope. His name is
that
actually
guy.
Burn Gorman.
Such a great name.
Dope name.
Pacific
Discount
Rim
Eddie Redmayne.
Uprimmer.
Killing it.
That is my favorite honest
Pacific
title.
Rim Uprimmer.
We're not the only ones who crossed Tomb Raider with another movie. The poster mixed it with Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Yeah. So our
Yeah.
promise to not put Alan lasted a week. 1 week.
We couldn't help ourselves.
We forgot about the poster in the
Didn't
last
last
minute.
1 week.
I didn't write Alan. Who did Alan?
Kevin.
Our editor.
and or TJ.
Blame our editor.
Did it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't us this time, although we definitely improved it.
Post production include it's all a family here, but yeah, no one here on camera thought of it, but we all approved it. We all thought it was hilarious. So, where will Alan show up next week? Who knows?
Who knows? Like Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah,
He will.
yeah,
He'll be here.
It's like our Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
Just have it settle
Alan.
out.
There's gonna be a hidden Alan in every trailer
Yeah.
from now on. Is it underneath a BAM?
We'll see
Can
if
we?
Can, yeah.
We could try.
Yeah. Hidden Allens. Let's do it.
Yep.
Hidden Alan.
Did you find the hidden Allen?
Yeah.
You'll
Tell us
never
where all the
know.
hidden Allens are.
When or where.
Yeah.
Like James Gunn. We won't tell you where to look, but we'll confirm it if you found it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sweet. All right, I'll try to remember that. Let's see some deleted scenes.
It's almost like they've been forced into some safe middle ground that's trying to please everyone, but doesn't really connect with anyone. Starring Dead Boyega, Charlie Ho-Hum, Croft Bandicoot. You sound like you're from London.
What?
Just the Sky, The Hateful One, A Waste of a Perfectly Good Goggins, Goggly Eyes, Survivor Man, and A Live Wire.
McNulty from The Wire.
Pacific Raid Uprising.
That's the other one.
Pacific Twom Uprated.
This one. This is my
Two
personal
movies
favorite.
that came out.
2 movies that came out.
You know where I learned that?
Black Widow?
I would like to do this supercut.
Pause.
Look out.
Because yeah, there's definitely worthy of a supercut is the leg scissors, but the actual line was so bad. Because what did she say? You know where I learned that?
The street.
The streets.
Yeah,
How many
you know.
times look, I haven't been in a lot of street fights, but I do watch a fair amount of World Star Hip Hop, and I do find that no one has ever thrown the leg scissor, the cartwheel up to the leg scissors in a street fight.
Anytime anyone says they're from the streets, I just think of Tobias auditioning in Arrested Development saying like, I come from the streets and I'm the last guy you want to
Yeah, I don't think
yeah.
anyone.
She might have learned that in Step Up to the Streets.
Yeah.
It seems a little dancey.
Yeah.
Yeah, at no point in self-defense stuff has anyone been like, here's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to jump up and grab their neck with your legs and do a little spinny.
and then use that momentum to backspring.
If there's like one fight choreographer in the past 5 years that like that's their one thing and it blew up and they're just getting work everywhere, like more power to you.
Yeah.
But the lady do head spinny's got to go because everybody does head spinny.
It's had a good
now.
run.
It's had a really good run.
Find a new
It's
thing to
retired.
do
Yeah.
with legs and heads.
Waist scissor. I don't know. Scissor something else.
Okay, moving on. All right,
Look out,
Joe,
Tom
you're on
Cruise.
fire today.
There's a new hero who's always getting hurt and constantly running.
That's just true of everyone, really.
Yeah, no, but she does a lot of running in that.
Yeah.
You can just scissor a lot of things.
I like Alicia Vikander. I like John Boyega. I like Pacific Rim, and I'd say, and I like Tomb Raider. But that's it. I like it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
love
fine.
it. I don't hate it. I like it.
I won't watch them again.
Yeah, I think the FX analogy you made is like it's that kind of movie. If you haven't seen it and you see it on cable, yeah, watch
It's not
it.
a waste of your time.
Not a waste
if you
of
have
your
nothing else to do.
Yeah. What's the ultimate on FX afternoon movie?
Tremors.
I mean, we leave FX on quite a bit, or like somehow we turn the TV on. And 22 Jump Street for a while was on
Okay.
FX every single weekend. But I feel like you have to watch that. You don't want to watch that edited.
Yeah.
Thor: The Dark World for me is like that's the perfect FX movie. Just like if it's better than you might expect to see, but not what you would want to spend your time on normally. Which is
Yeah,
weird
that's a
'cause
good
it
point
actually
about the
takes
editing.
longer to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Can't beat that one.
Yeah, Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
That's good. That's solid.
Well,
You could scissor him at the knees.
you could scissor him on a plane.
Yeah.
Scissor him on a boat. We will be back next week with another multiple movies in one trailer. But they're all a little bit more related. And it'll be every man for themselves when it comes out.
That's right.
You know, it'll be kind of wild, kind of dangerous.
Do a countdown.
Yeah.
And get ready.
Do a countdown because people spend all year preparing for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of Christmas movies.
Nice misdirect. We'll see you next week here, same time, same place, on Australian Commentaries. Have a good one.